Alex Rich here. Just lugged the kayak down onto the beach, and it's a nice morning. It started off kind of crummy. It's been raining since like 5 a.m. Right now it's like 9:30ish in the morning, and we got a little bit of a window going on here because, you know, I think around like 1 or 2 it's going to get really, really windy, but right now there's no wind. And when I got to this beach, you know, there were a lot of boats out there. There were birds working, the birds were diving, fish were breaking on top, and they were a little too far out to surf cast, so I didn't even bother like getting soaked in the rain. I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait, kind of slowly get rigged up, and then hit it in the kayak. So we got our window, we're gonna take it, and we still got quite a few boats, you know, out there quite a bit, but not too far. They're probably out there about a half mile, so definitely doable in the kayak, but for the most part we'll just probably go up and down the beach. You know, troll swim baits, fish small little plugs, and then I also have a rod rigged up if, you know, we get into some bunker, I could snag and live light a bunker. But, yeah, let's get out there, try and catch some fish. And also, by the way, because it's the holiday season, if you guys see these FishAholic hats here, you know, I'll put a discount coupon code in the description. You guys can check it out and get 20% off. So this hat will be under the FishAholic coupon code. And yeah, check it out. But let's get out there and catch some fish. There's one. Right on the surface too. Boom, on the swim bait. What do we got here? What do we got? Okay. Striper. Probably a keeper. Maybe a little smaller. So right now, that's what we're dealing with. Little guys. And it's really sporadic, you know, like the birds dive down in one spot, you see like a splash, then you see the birds go over there and you see a splash. Like, I wasn't marking anything when I hooked that fish. Just kind of trolling the swim bait around. All the marks that I'm getting though are like really shallow, probably less than 5 feet. And I only had the swim bait probably out there maybe like, I don't know, 25 yards, not that far. There he is. Saw him thump that one on the drop after the jig. Wow. Not what we came out for, but we'll take it for now. All right, so I'm probably about a mile south from where I launched. So I'm gonna start heading north because this wind in the last 5 minutes already picked up to like 10 to 15. And it's supposed to pick up to like 20 to 25 by 2 p.m. I think right now it's like 11:30ish. You know, I might not necessarily leave when the wind picks up because the wind is blowing out of like the northwest, so like I could probably like hug the beach and like get out of the wind a little bit. But I just want to be like closer to where I launched by the time or before that wind picks up. Had a few more bites, but nothing spectacular. Coming up on some more birds swooping down near the surface. I'm just hoping I can get at least one fish that's like over 30 inches. That's all I want. That's our goal for the day. There he is. Got one. Small stripers. Fatty though. It was not my intention to come out here and catch squirts today. I thought I was gonna have at least a shot at catching, you know, some larger size fish. All right guys, so I pretty much just got back to the same like general area where I launched the kayak, and it was about a mile, you know, pedal to get here, and I didn't have any bites, not even a touch. except for those small little schoolies I caught like right when I started working my way back. And then just when I kind of got here, now the birds are like going crazy and it looks like we got fish underneath them, you know, and I launched the kayak like right over there. This is like a perfect setup now, because if it gets any windier, we just go back to the beach, we're out of the water, you know, don't have to like kill myself against any kind of heavy wind if the wind does pick up. But let's start casting. These fish are feeding. There's one. Okay, and a little bit bigger bass here. It's a surprise. Big surprise. There we go. Look at that fat striper. Oh my gosh, that's a football. That's insane. Just on that 5-inch Berkeley flat pack shad, full of bunker. I could feel it in its belly. That is a chunk though. Woo! That's insane how fat that fish is. There she goes. All right, let's catch another. I'm marking a ton of stuff right now. No way! Oh my gosh, that's insane. I had this swim bait on this rod just dangling behind the kayak and this little guy choked it. That's crazy. I was thinking he's like a tuna. He was hitting it on the surface. I guess we'll put that back out there. Put it down a little deeper though, you never know. Maybe a 40 will grab it while I'm dragging it around. Loosen the drag a little bit. I'm kind of tempted to throw on something like really big, like a big plug. Big metal lip swimmer. Oh, look at this, another one. They're crushing this swim bait, just dragged right behind the kayak. Lots of marks out here. I think this is actually where I had that slightly bigger one too. He was a little bit further out. He was really close to the surface, so I was ripping this swim bait and he crushed it. Look at all these marks. All stripers. Lots of marks here, and those are some bigger marks. This is kind of where I caught that slightly bigger fish. Was out a little bit further. Come on, come on, come on. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit, then kind of slowly start giving it some jigs, Swimming it back. That's a good one. Oh, that fish has some shoulders. Bigger fish are definitely out here a little bit further. Oh, I snagged him, never mind. Snagged him in the gill plate. Just want to get like one or two more bigger ones. I'm gonna try letting it sink down. The bulk of these fish are all really tiny. Tiny little buggers. Oh, another little guy. Look at this rod tip, this rod. Jesus, this little guy wanted it. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. I'm gonna throw you back. Go back home. So that was actually a pretty fun landing. You know, I'm bone dry right now. Didn't get a drop of water on me and just, you know, caught a big wave, you know, all the way in. So that was pretty sweet. But, you know, if you guys notice, one thing about my kayak when coming in through the surf is I have nothing on top of the kayak. Everything is pretty much inside the kayak, and anything valuable, like I took my fishing reels off, I took my fish finder off, and I put that inside the dry bag and then inside the kayak. And the good thing about that is it just really takes away the nerves. You know, you don't have to worry about losing anything. You know, if you get flipped over, it's just like, okay, whatever, I got a little wet. And one big thing I've been noticing on social media is a lot of guys, you know, use their drive when coming in, which that's like a big no-no. Like, you gotta put your drive in the upright position, you gotta use the bungee cord, and then you also gotta put your rudder in the upright position and use the paddles. That's like the hands down best way to come in through the surf. And you know, even my rods I got tied down here, I got a rope, another rope, and then the bungee cord. And these rods, you know, for the most part aren't going anywhere. But anyway, this kayak's actually for sale as of now. So if you guys are interested in this 2017 Hobie Outback, you know, send me a message on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and I'll give you guys a little bit more details. But anyway, all in all, great outing. It's getting like way windier now, so I'm happy that I'm actually back. And we caught some fish. I mean, I think I only caught 2 fish that were like definitely like keeper size fish. And then, you know, one of the fish was like 15 pounds, you know, because he was so fat. Like, that was amazing. That was just awesome to catch that, you know, that lucky catch. You know, for the most part, all the fish were tiny though, but still fun action. You know, better than sitting on the beach and looking at the fish feeding. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And post a comment if you got any questions about tackle and equipment. And never forget, live to fish, fish to live.